Hey, you can call me Midge, and we're back with more Vampire Therapist. I don't have much to say right now, so let's just get started. Curtain call, curtain call. Samuel, greetings. You are seeing Dr. Drain again tonight, yes? My voice is nowhere near as awesome as Andromachus.
That's right. I'm keen to see how he's getting on. That fella's got himself wrapped up real tight.
Do not expect too much change too quickly. It takes a while for thoughts to internalize, even when we know the truth of them logically.
Ain't that the truth?
It took me only 2,800 years or so to internalize what I needed.
Oh my god, hope it didn't take me that long.
I don't think the doc's gonna be too keen to wait that long.
Me neither. I've been working on the same concept in therapy, and it's a slog.
I do not think he will have to. Unlike myself, he has you to guide him.
Oh gosh, I barely know what I'm doing, boss. I'm not sure I can keep track of all these new distortions I know about.
I do not expect you to. We humans are distortion machines, my friend. But let us ensure we address Dr. Drain's core distortion. You know what it is, don't you?
Big old grumpus. I think it's should statements.
That fella's a should statement machine, I'll tell you what.
That's right. We can be certain he will carry this distortion with him, but I would like you to pick the rest to keep in mind, Samuel. Up until this point, you have addressed client distortions in small clusters. But now that you are aware of more cognitive distortions, you will notice them everywhere. We must not use cognitive distortions as weapons to beat our clients with. So pick 4 more to keep in mind during your session.
But what do I do if I detect he's showing the distortions I'm putting aside?
You do not need to address all of them, my friend.
Okay.
You will not catch every distortion, and if you did, I believe your clients would find you irritating. I do not alert you to half of your cognitive distortions. We know that Dr. Drain will exhibit should statements. What else do you think he will come to this session with?
Probably Nosferatu thinking. He is very emotional, but I don't know if it's that kind of emotional. Control fallacies for sure. We'll go with disqualifying the positive and emotional reasoning. I can't. Oh, he already have one. Okay. We'll do disqualifying the positive because he was very adamant about how he has failed, even though he's done all this fantastic work for research. Can I not add it? I can't add that one? Oh, I can't add these ones for some reason. We'll do labeling, probably. Okay, we'll try that.
I think I've got what I need now.
Very good, Samuel. I will leave you to it. Have confidence. It is well earned.
I guess I just gotta believe you. All right, Andy, I'll do my best.
I know you will. I will see you after your session.
Okay.
I think I'm ready, and here comes the man himself. Dr. Drain, good to see you again.
Yes, well, I wish I could say the same. I have not had the most productive month.
Back on this productive wagon, huh? Last time we were talking about all them should statements.
Yes, exactly. And what a waste of time that was. I took what we spoke about to heart, you know, like a fool. But the should statements, as you so tritely put them, were the only thing holding me together. You ignored the addiction problem I came to you with. Nay, worse, you told me it was fine. And oh, how eager I was to test that theory.
I wondered about that.
I have partaken of my awful plasma almost every night. I am more monster than man now.
Compadre, you are a labeling machine tonight. Let's slow down and see if we can talk through what's been happening.
Labeling was the right choice.
Let's start with this monster label. Last time you told me that this plasma of yours just made you let loose a little. That don't sound too monstrous to me.
You forget, Sam. We are vampires. When we let loose, all the world suffers.
Sounds to me like we could be having a fruitful conversation about moderation.
I have a better idea. Seeing as you do not understand the gravity of the situation, I will make you understand.
Okay.
This is the plasma I've spoken of. Pure vampiric essence. I will show you how should statements are the remnants of our humanity. We should not be so quick to cast them away.
Oh, Should statements are the rumors we should not be so quick to cast. I guess that's a should statement.
I agree with you that should statements are human, but that don't make them universal. That's the point I'm trying to make. There's lots of ways to live, Doc.
That is exactly the problem, Sam. We don't live. And this is the result most dire. Witness the wages of our sin.
Oh, is he gonna drink it?
Now, hold on a sec, Doc. I think we better...
The time for caution is over. Goodbye, Sam.
Oh, no.
What in hell?
Does it feel good to be alive? And who are you, darling?
This is a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde situation.
I'm Sam. I'm your therapist, Doc. You know that.
Lord
My
Uranus.
therapist! Oh, how wonderful. How absolutely pathetic. A vampire therapist. Oh, what a sad, pathetic waste you are, Dr. Drain. Allow me to introduce myself, then. I am Lord Lyridus, and unlike that sad sack of quivering shit you've been talking to, I am a vampire.
Wow.
I kill, I drink, I fuck, and I'm dead sexy.
Comment on his lack of glasses. Sure.
Weren't you wearing glasses before?
I don't need glasses. Reading is what people do when they can't find anyone to fuck, which is not a problem I face.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're missing out, fella. I got into reading after I died, and there's whole worlds to discover in books.
Oh, you're so fucking boring. There's a whole world to discover up my arse as well.
Wow.
Well,
this
you
guy's-
don't have to be so crass.
Yes, I see it in your eyes. You're afraid, aren't you, American? Your Puritan blood chills at the sight of me.
Okay.
Maybe I'll warm it up before I drain it from you and turn you into a husk with a stupid hat.
Can vampires drain other vampires?
I wouldn't try it.
I'm not you, though, am I? And I am always hungry.
Oh, shit.
I suggest you stay right where you are.
Oh, damn.
A vampire with a gun? Oh, how our kind have fallen. What are you going to do, cowboy? Kill me?
Nope, but I can make sure the next few months ain't fun for you.
Look at that expression. They do a really good job with that in this game.
Oh, how very kind of you to care about me, darling. It'll be our dear Dr. Drain who suffers. But I need the little worm for now, so I suppose I'll let you live.
Mighty kind of you. Now you just settle on down and we're gonna have a chat.
Ugh, talking. We are animals. We are not meant for talking. But very well. At least give me something to drink. I can rely on your piteous human blood to do me that kindness, yes?
All right, but I'm watching you, hombre.
Look all you like. The show is free. This is better than the swill I usually prefer. I'm more of a quantity over quality sort of creature.
Yeah, I know your kind. I used to be a lot like you.
And I suppose now you are just as repressed as the sad creature that exerts control over this luscious body of mine.
I'm more free than I've ever been, but don't you worry about me. Let's talk about you.
Yeah, we're here for you, dude.
You're going to psychoanalyze me. I live according to my nature. You might as well interview a lion.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I'm sure you are the way you are for a reason.
You're not wrong about that. You know the answer already. Dr. Drain needs me. I am what is missing in his unlife.
Yeah, he's like the extreme of everything that Dr. Drain's been repressing.
I am his hidden strength. I am his true essence. He is nothing without me, which he already realizes.
That is Nosferatu.
You know, life seems pretty dang easy for you. Everything's so simple, ain't it? Something is and something isn't. Nothing in between. Nosferatu thinking's what I call it.
Why, yes, that's exactly it. Life is easy. It's you enlightened vampires that make it so difficult. All the answers are so simple. We exist to eat, kill, and defile. All else is simply a lie. And why lie when the truth is so delicious?
I mean, that's a point of view to take, I suppose.
Yeah, we all got needs, but we ain't animals. Not even you. You wouldn't be able to appreciate all them dirty deeds you love so much if you were.
A pearl of wisdom from a delectable tart. You speak truly. We are lucky indeed to have the capacity to revel in our depravity. A shame the sad little doctor does not do so. You hear him talk about what he should do, but the sad creature cannot do those things. He should give in to me, and thanks to you, he has begun to.
Obviously,
Come on now, you're really countering his shoulds with your shoulds? I think that proves there ain't no such thing as a should everyone agrees on.
But my shoulds are so much more entertaining. His have only bred him hundreds of years of pathetic existence.
I don't know, man. He's been making something that no one else in history of time has been able to do. I think that's far from pathetic.
Well, that don't make a damn bit of difference. I bet there are vampires a hell of a lot more depraved than you who think you should be doing things differently.
True.
Really? Oh, you must introduce me. If there are holes I don't know about, I should very much like to know where they are.
Gross.
How old are you anyway?
Dr. Drain's been summoning me for 14 years now.
Well, things are starting to make a lot more sense. You certainly sound like a 14-year-old.
The transformation has already begun. I will subsume him. His body and his mind will belong to me completely, and Dr. Drain will cease to be.
You're awful confident about that. But I got bad news for you. You don't control Dr. Drain. He controls you.
Yep, control fallacy.
Oh, darling. The little doctor controls nothing at all, least of all himself. Make no mistake. He shall be mine.
You can only come when he drinks that shit. If you can stop drinking that shit, you're good.
Oh, yeah?
Or you're not
And
good.
how do you know that?
I know the little wretch far better than you do. He hasn't changed in centuries.
You've only been here for 14 years.
Was he in therapy then?
Good point.
No, only in the modern age do we make do with such delusional exercises.
So not everything he does is predictable. I don't think you got a good reason to be so confident.
Are you trying to fill my head with doubts? Do you even think that such a thing is possible?
Nah, probably not. You're pretty confident in your delusion.
There is no such thing as doubt for beings such as we. We live or we die. That's all. And I will live.
I notice a funny way you and Dr. Drain talk about each other, as though you're totally different people. You really think that's true?
Nope, they're two sides of the same coin.
Have you spoken with our pathetic little doctor? You know, he doesn't drink real blood. That's why he's so weak.
Hold on, how's he even alive if he's not drinking blood?
Oh, the little ball of shame didn't tell you. He's not even a vampire. He drinks that synthetic trash he produces instead of real blood.
I'm not sure what this one is. Synthetic trash he produces instead of real blood. I think it's disqualifying the positive.
You can't just discount everything about Dr. Drain just because he doesn't drink fresh blood. The guy's managed to live for 430 years. He's got to be doing something right. Besides, let's say you get your wish and everyone just becomes vampire food. Where are you going to get blood when everyone's dead?
True.
Well, you raise a valid point. Perhaps I'll start a mortal farm.
Wow.
Yes, that's it. They'll walk on all fours and be completely naked at all times. I'll milk them each day and raise stud mortals.
The idea of that is so gross.
Oh, this has possibilities. Why, thank you, darling. Brilliance can come from such unlikely places.
Oh, dang, I wish I hadn't mentioned it.
Why so shy, darling? You must have more experience than the dear doctor. I wouldn't be surprised if you were a 400-year-old virgin. If it weren't for me, his cock would have shriveled up like a raisin.
Okay.
I think I'm going to surprise you, Lord, whatever you're calling yourself. But I think you're right. Dr. Drain does need you.
Yeah, he just needs you in moderation.
But like it or not, you need him too.
How very bloody dare you? What possible use could I have for a little turd like him?
And none at all, long as you keep calling him names. You keep thinking of him as being a turd, and that's all he's going to be. I admit, Dr. Drain might have a thing or two to learn from you. But he ain't going to learn as long as you keep antagonizing him.
Oh, come now. The little worm likes it. He is far better at hating Dr. Drain than I am, and I find him entirely loathsome.
Yeah, he has a very low opinion of himself.
Then you ain't giving him room to grow. How would you feel if someone just called you an animal?
He likes it. He thinks he's an animal.
I am an animal.
Yep.
Pure and perfect. I don't care what anyone thinks of me.
Vampires ain't animals, not even the worst of us. The moment we learned to talk and reason, living like beasts was out the window.
What a strange creature you are. You dress like a buffoon, but speak like a philosopher. The buffoon is the more admirable of the two. At least he's honest. You and Dr. Drain lie and lie and lie to justify your existence. It's ridiculous to suggest that I need him. What could I possibly need him for? When I tire, I sleep. When I lust, I fuck. When I thirst, I kill. As it should be.
There it is again, that simple thinking and them shoulds that are only yours. Come the hell on. You think we vampires should just go on autopilot? Fuck, sleep, kill, repeat?
Well, naturally, we should ensure that those things are fun. Otherwise, what's the point in doing them?
Sorry, I'm not saying much. I feel like they're saying everything that needs to be said, and I don't want to disrupt the narrative very much.
That's it right there. I agree with you entirely. About time. I'll remove my clothing then. Or perhaps I'll remove yours.
Not so fast. You're missing the point. If we're doing these things because they're fun, well, everybody's got their own idea of fun.
True.
That's our human experience at work. Like me, for instance. I'm more of a high-intimacy kind of lover.
Aw, he's a romantic.
Oh, boff. You managed to make even delightful things seem so heinous.
I'm only speaking the truth. What makes you so damn sure you know what being a vampire is anyway? Why do you think you've got it all figured out?
Yeah, you're only 14 years old.
Lie to yourself all you like, darling. We're all alike. I know what you crave. Oh, that poor mortal had a family. Who gives a damn? I'm thirsty. That poor mortal must consume in order to live, and so must I. He simply pretends not to enjoy it. I don't need to do any such thing. I love to kill. I love the taste of blood. Why would I love it if it weren't the only way to live?
Sometimes the things you love are very bad for you.
Point is, you're gonna get real fucking bored if you don't find a reason to do what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I need a purpose? That's a mortal concern. I don't need a fucking legacy. I need blood. The only thing I should do is what I was made to do.
Should statement.
You're just as bad as Dr. Drain with all them should statements. He keeps talking about what he shouldn't do, and you keep talking about what you should do.
Yep, they're the opposite of each other.
You both act so damn sure of yourselves. You're so damn sure blood is all you need.
Oh, did I forget to mention all the fucking?
No, but hombre, you live forever. Food and sex is enough for animals. They got short lives. They get threatened and they die real quick. I know a lot of vampires who live like animals, and every single one of them is lost. Like him or not, Dr. Drain is your reason for living. Hell, if he didn't make this plasma stuff, you'd still be buried deep somewhere in his head.
Exactly.
Fuck you. Dr. Drain is a pathetic little liar, and I will destroy him. That's what he wants. Then I'll come for you.
Try it.
If you're gonna kill me, you'd better be a quicker draw than I am.
I love that expression.
You wanna try your luck, compadre?
No need. I do thirst, though, and I smell something downstairs. I smell mortals and virgins. Oh, how delicious. You've been holding out on me, cowboy.
You can drink what's in that bottle till Dr. Drain comes back. I ain't letting the likes of you near them people.
Good for you, Sam.
At least you're aware enough to know that I am a ravenous beast, and beast that I am, I must kill.
You will do no such thing to my mortals. Restrain yourself.
Ooh, he's stepping in.
Oh, now who is this beautiful morsel?
I am far older than any blood you have ever tasted, whelp. Do not dare to think you can overpower me.
Don't threaten me with a good time, Daddy.
Daddy.
I will keep this poor animal contained, Samuel. You did excellent work in handling him. Deserve some rest. I will meet with you later.
If you're sure.
Do not worry. I have no need to hurt him.
That was
Well,
intense.
now I'm just disappointed.
All right, Andy. I'll talk to you later. And Lord Lurid, or whatever your name is, think about what we talked about, huh? Dr. Drain's got something you need.
Oh, Vom, get out of here
Oh,
already.
Not you two.
Wow. Survived Lord Luridus's session. Like, he can kill you. Now I kind of want to see what happens then.
Tarnation. Barely walked out of that one alive. And I thought therapy was just talking. I could use a drink.
If it isn't the Lone Ranger.
Hey, Crimson.
You look a little down, cowboy. Have a shot.
I don't mind if I do.
Rough one tonight.
Well, you could say that. My client went a little feral. Tried to attack me.
That ain't good. I hope you booted their ass out.
Well, here's the thing. He wasn't himself. The fella, he can't stand being a vampire, so the vampire comes out in nasty ways.
Don't put yourself into too much danger, cowboy. Cleaning up a pile of ashes isn't my idea of a good night. So what? He just went and turned into a monster?
More or less. Went from a restrained fella to a hedonist beast.
How do you think you handled it?
I think you did pretty good.
I think I did all right. I learned a whole bunch of cognitive distortions now, so I was still able to challenge the beast. Well, the way I figure it, he's still desperate for help, even if he doesn't act like it.
I can see why Andy likes you. A heart's still beating in there.
Yeah.
I'm a creature of the night, too. I just want to help my kin.
People like talking to you, cowboy. They can't help sharing their lives with you. Whatever it is about you, folks are always going to prefer talking to you over killing you.
I hope so.
I surely do hope you're right.
You know my big secret already. I wouldn't have told it to you if I didn't believe in you.
Oh, that's right. She has blood cancer.
Well, that's mighty kind of you, Crimson. I'm humbled.
Quit it with the aw shucks stuff. Now you're just trying to be cute.
And making
Oh, these
success visit.
Oh, hey, it's my little buddies. How's it going, kids?
Bad.
Uh-oh, we're gonna go to the kink room again? Oh my god.
I'm sorry to hear that, Maxie. What's going on?
Make some room, Kinder. I've got customers to serve. Go talk in the kink room.
Oh my
Would you
god.
like to chat in the kink room, Maxie?
I would like that very much.
The way he asked
So
her
what's
that.
going on, Maxie?
My boss yelled at me today and made me sad.
Aw.
Well, what happened?
Someone injected a malicious SQL query into our API and used it to execute code. We did not have our queries parameterized, so they were able to drop the user table entirely.
Okay.
I warned the backend developers that this would happen, but I got all of the blame.
That sounds like a real mess, Maxie. Reminds me of the time I forgot to lock the gate on a cattle drive. By morning, every last cow was gone, just like your, user table thing. Maybe your boss was hopping mad, but I bet next time they'll listen to you.
Am I the only one who is now aroused?
Oh my god. This freaking robot legs guy.
No, Reinhardt, I am also aroused.
Okay, get on over here and pass me some neck.
Oh, we gotta bite him.
I feel as though all my worries have been sucked away.
I am well acquainted with this feeling, Hazy.
And you will be once more.
I think that's my cue to get to my coffin.
You scared the American away, Maxie.
I suppose I am a very bad girl.
All right, I'm out. Bedtime for Sam. I'll see you kids later.
Hopefully you don't have to watch any more Betty Boop this time. We'll read a book instead. That was like a lot last time. Oh,
Samuel,
never mind.
greetings.
Oh, hey, Andy.
What is wrong, my friend? You don't seem your chipper American self.
I guess I ain't too happy to be seeing tonight's client. I'm still feeling the tongue lashing she gave me last time.
Oh, we're just jumping right into the next one. Sorry for my wiggling around. My butt and thighs are super sore. I did a new weighted squat routine and my legs are hurting today.
Ah, yes, the Signora d'Este. She certainly has a way with words.
It ain't that. It's just this sense I get. Like she thinks I can be a certain way just 'cause she tells me to.
Aha. At least that makes her core distortion clear, doesn't it? You know what it is, of course.
She's got control fallacies out the wazoo.
That lady's got control fallacies out the wazoo, and they've given her centuries of stress.
I do not know this term, wazoo, but you are correct. The woman who chooses immortality so that she can ensure her family makes the correct decisions probably has some control issues.
Yep.
And taking out her stress on me.
Do not take her criticisms too much to heart, my friend. You are simply a convenient target, an element within her control.
That still don't make it much fun.
I will not deny that Signora d'Este is a confrontational client, but take her presence as a gift, however you can. A woman so powerful in her time has much to teach us. You have all the tools you need at your disposal to help her. Consider your approach.
Okay, so this is the woman who used to be in the art world. I barely remember. Oh man, I might not choose the right ones. Oh, I don't know. I'm assuming there's really no wrong choices, because they all kind of do all this shit. We'll go with, okay, the ones we can't choose are, you can't choose them. So let's see. Probably Nosferatu thinking, emotional reasoning. I can't choose these at all? Okay. I guess it tells you which ones you can have and which ones you can't. She did disqualify the positive a lot. And we'll do personalization. I think that's correct.
All right, I think I'm ready.
I will leave you to meditate then. Be well, Samuel, and let this 3,000-year-old tell you, you are a fantastic therapist.
Aw, thank you, Andy.
Oh, gosh. You're going to make me blush. Get on out of here, boss. I can handle this.
I know you can.
Now I think I'm ready. And here she comes. A deep breath.
Bat transition. Very cute.
Howdy, Signora. Nice to see you again.
Liar. You are as pleased to see me as I am to see you, therapist.
Wow.
We're going to get straight into it, huh? All right, lay it on me. Why ain't you happy to see me?
Because you are a worm.
Damn.
Yeah, I've been called a lot worse. You're going to need to be more specific than that, Signora.
You are a worm because of the way you wriggled into my mind the last time we spoke, leaving behind loathsome doubts. The only reason I am here is to confront you for your beastly behavior. I come to you in crisis, and you suggest that I am the cause of my own woe. Aren't you supposed to help me?
That does help sometimes.
Signora, you came in here telling me that Art is dead. How am I supposed to help you with that?
I don't know. But telling me that my existence has been a complete waste of time is not comforting.
That is not what we said at all.
I definitely don't remember saying that, Signora. What I said is that you ain't going to change the world for anyone. But that doesn't mean your work wasn't worth anything.
He said anyone, but the key word here is everyone, not anyone.
That's what I call...
The voice acting was a little messed up there. Oh. Control fallacy.
That's what I call a control fallacy. Signora, you're one person.
I need coffee bad today.
One powerful, intelligent, and talented person, but one out of billions. You can't expect to reach everyone. Doesn't matter how good the art you produce is.
True.
It ain't gonna help a fellow like me who grew up without ever having heard the name Michelangelo.
Michelangelo? Who is Michelangelo?
The guy what painted the Sistine Chapel. Michelangelo.
Michelangelo did no such thing. Perhaps you are thinking of a man from New Jersey, or a turtle. It is Michelangelo.
Signora, you want to talk about wasting time? What's using me as a punching bag doing for you?
Very well. I will speak plainly. I am angry with you, Mr. Walls. Yes, perhaps not all I did was a waste of time, effort, and pain, but to think that much of it was. This is most horrifying.
I think that's emotional reasoning. No?
Listen carefully, Samuel. It is not only truth that harms the Signora, but also the way she perceives truth.
Yes, perhaps not all I did was a waste of time, effort, and pain, but to think that much of it was. This is most horrifying.
Is it disqualifying the positive? No? Oh
Listen
my god, I don't know
carefully,
this one.
Samuel. It is not only truth that harms the
Must be
Signora.
personalization then?
Yes, perhaps not all I did was a waste of time, effort, and pain, but to think that much of it was. This is most horrifying.
No? Oh my
Listen
god, I'm getting them all
carefully,
wrong.
Samuel. It is not only truth that harms the Signora, but also the way she perceives truth.
Sorry, I thought I heard something.
Yes, perhaps not all I did was a waste of time, effort, and pain, but to think that much of it was. This is most horrifying.
It's gotta be one of these two. I really don't think it's control fallacy.
Maybe it'd
Okay,
help if we
yeah.
looked at that wording you used. A waste of time, effort, and pain.
That was confusing.
Even if you didn't achieve your goals in them efforts, you can't just say they were a waste of time. Now, if you were sitting in bed for 400 years watching bad TV, then I might agree with you.
A disgusting notion. I am already dead. I do not need my mind to actively decompose by watching Batflix's latest trash.
Yeah, sometimes trash is good for your brain.
So maybe let's reserve waste of time for
moderation.
trash, huh? I can see why it'd be upsetting to see something you put a lot of effort into not work out.
It is more than upsetting. It is devastating. I did not just fail to bring the understanding of true beauty into the world, I failed to bring it to my own familia. I watched them die, Mr. Walls. It was not the physical death that caused me the greatest pain, but the spiritual death. They had no care for the Gonzaga name nor the Deste name. Despite my sacrifice and all my efforts, they pissed away my legacy.
That sucks, but you can't control them.
Oh boy, sounds like there's a lot to unpack here.
It is a dark and painful story, Mr. Walls. A story where my greatest joy turns to ash. and I was powerless to stop it. When last we met, did I tell you about my son?
You did not.
No, I don't think so.
Federico. Ah, my dear Federico, my little clown, my delicate artist, my beautiful boy. I suffered for him, Mr. Walls. I put up with my husband, Frankie, and all his brutishness, all his licentiousness. All for Federico.
That's a neat word, licentiousness.
I raised him to be intelligent and clever, to understand the gentle arts and philosophy. I raised him to be a deste. But for all my efforts, I could not cool his Gonzaga blood, and it persisted for a century, to the ruin of our house.
Dang, this one's hard. Her case is difficult for me. All my efforts, I could not cool his Gonzaga blood, and it persisted for a century to the ruin of our house. I don't know. It could be Nosferatu thinking, because the bloodline continued, but it did... I'm assuming it continued, because her persisted for a century. That's a pretty good continuation. But she's also saying that it ruined them. I'm just gonna take a guess. Nope.
I know great powers, Samuel, but power over blood, that I shall never have. And there are none who
control
can.
Fallacy.
But for all my efforts, I could not cool his Gonzaga blood.
Okay.
And it persisted for a century, to the ruin of our house.
Okay, I think so, because it's just saying for all of her efforts, she couldn't do it. She couldn't control it.
I hate to break it to you, Signora, but every kid's got two parents, whether they know them or not. And kids have got minds of their own.
I was focusing too much on the end of the sentence and not the beginning.
I refuse to believe that we are trapped by our blood. What was my destiny as a girl? Men of my time said it was to be servile and docile, a political pawn. What saved me from that fate? Knowledge, study, an appreciation of art, music, history, and literature. In the same way, I should have been able to save my son. But my failure did not end with my darling Federico. I was only 153 when the once great Gonzaga house surrendered all its honor to the hated Spanish. I stood by, useless as a statue, as the Gonzaga name burned in the war of the Mantuan succession.
I don't know about any of this. I don't know if this is real history or not. I am not a history buff. Yeah, I'm gonna say stopping a war.
So wait, there's a whole ass war going on and you're supposed to stop it? How's that work?
I gave up my humanity to guide my familia through the ages. If I could not do that, what was the point of becoming undead?
Damn, hers is hard, y'all. This game's getting intense. I gave up my humanity to guide my familia through the ages. If I could not do that, what was the point of becoming undead? I'm gonna say disqualifying the positive. Oh,
The
man.
Signora has put a lot of pressure on herself and dire consequences for failure. Would you not say, Samuel?
I gave up my humanity to guide my familia through the ages.
You know
if
what?
I could not do that, what was the point of becoming
I need
undead?
a refresher on these other distortions. Maybe that's why. Let's see. Personalization. We often assume things happen because of us. Heck, often they do. That's why we get tempted by personalization. Wrongly linking external... Okay, that's what this is. Wrongly linking external events to ourselves in cases where realistically there ain't no definite link. Sometimes people actually are out to get us, or we do cause events, but sometimes we're doing some personalization. Okay. Emotional reasoning. Is when we act like our feelings represent reality, but no matter how unhappy we are, feelings alone don't define the world. Okay, it's not this. I asked Andy, ain't everything emotional reasoning? He said no, emotional reasoning specifically when we project our feelings onto the world. Okay, so she is definitely doing personalization here. She's thinking that she could affect the war. And that's why I'm getting it confused with like control fallacy and stuff, because it's kind of a little bit... It is a little bit of a control fallacy, if that makes sense. No, that's
The
not it
Signora
either.
has put a lot of pressure on herself and dire consequences for failure. Would you not say, Sammy?
Oh my
I gave
god.
up my humanity to guide my familia through the ages. If I could not do that, what was the point of becoming undead?
That's not it.
The
Oh my
Signora
god.
has put a
Maybe it
lot
is
of
control
pressure
fantasy.
on herself and dire consequences for failure. Would you not say, Sammy?
Damn, I'm sucking it up this time.
I gave up my humanity.
Senor,
Yeah, it
being
is.
a vampire
See, they're so
gives us a
similar,
lot
it's
of
hard to tell it
powers,
apart.
but it doesn't give us the power to control a single human being, let alone a whole dynasty of them. When the heck have we ever listened to our betters? I ain't no historian, but I know enough to know people are liable to making the same mistakes over and over again. Humans have got that whole pesky free will thing that makes them do dumb things.
Perhaps you are correct. Stupidity is inevitable. I understand what you are trying to do, Mr. Walls.
Damn, this one's challenging.
What am I trying to do, Senora?
You are trying to tell me that I've been living a lie for more than 400 years.
That's not what he's saying.
I ain't doing anything like that, Senora.
Do not fret, peasant. We are in agreement. I have been living a lie. We all have. As I told you last time, I know my own foolishness. But time has not made my mortal concerns fade.
Okay, that makes sense.
In my mind, I know that virtue, love, chastity, wisdom, honor, these kinds of words were created by men to make us supplicant. But, fool that I am, I still love the idea of virtue. I have loved it ever since I was a child. I used to love all the tales of Roman mythology. I saw myself in all the goddesses. I saw my strength and chastity in Diana. In Minerva, my wisdom. In Venus, I saw my timeless beauty and romantic nature.
It's also a great expression.
Romantic nature.
Romantic nature? What a wretched parrot I hear. Do not look at me so. Yes, I was a romantic. Until reality came crashing down upon me.
Yeah, it must have been hella hard to be a woman in that time.
Look at this painting I had commissioned.
What am I looking at? I don't know much about art.
I don't either, so we'll let her
The
explain it.
figures standing upon the arch are Venus and Mars. Mars is portrayed by my idiot husband Frankie. Beside him, I stand as Venus.
I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be looking.
You may appreciate my beauty, peasant, but do not let your eyes linger upon my once supple body overlong. This is art, not pornography. But look closer and you will see that even this art is a lie. This is the dream of a foolish girl, to be enjoined in pure romantic love with a handsome warrior. I believed so hard, Mr. Walls, that I thought I could make it true. But this handsome man is not Frankie. This is Frankie. He is not Mars, but Vulcan.
Well, he's got some abs. I'll give him that.
Yes, I did not shy from truth. But see how love's aim goes amiss and strikes his gangrenous penis rather than his heart.
Okay.
See the grapes behind him, for the drunkard is never far from his true love. See how he flails helplessly, as if begging a true warrior to put a sword in his belly.
I'll take your word for it, girl.
I'm sensing we've got some work to do around your husband.
Whatever gave you that impression? The man was created solely to crush my view of the world and my place in it. Naturally, I might have some issues around him.
Oh my god, I think that's Nosferatu thinking. No? Oh my god,
Senora
I'm
Deste
failing
is
this
suggesting
time.
her husband's improprieties were designed to hurt her, but I imagine this might be news to him.
Okay,
The man was-
personalization.
Senora, whatever problems your husband had, they were problems he had before he even heard of you. Anyone he could have married would have had the exact same
True.
problems with him. Ain't nothing to do with you.
Yes, you are indeed correct. One cannot blame a boar for being a boar, even if you dress him up as a man. It would have been better for all if he had married a sow.
At least everyone's expectations will be lined up, huh?
Quite so, Mr. Walls. I now believe that Frankie was the truest man I ever met. That is what broke my heart. I maintained the illusion that he was my Mars because that is what I needed. I was not ready to face the truth. Oh, but I knew. Even as a 15-year-old girl,
15.
I knew. But I could not accept that I was married to the legendary penetrator of Mantua. Is it any wonder that I prefer the lie of virtù?
No.
Is it any wonder that I still prefer to believe it? The problem is men. You are all weak animals who would give up your dignity for an evening in the company of Lucrezia Borgia.
Okay, this is either Nosferatu thinking or disqualifying the positive. Because you're disqualifying all the good things about men.
Hold your horses there, Signora. I don't even know who the heck Lucretia Borgia is.
She is the inventor of twerking. All men flock to her, as I'm sure you would.
What?
They say she was blonde, but she looked like a redhead to me. You know what they say about redheads. Kissed by Lucifer.
Oh my god.
Dang, Signora. Your overgeneralizations are building up and making you see whole groups of folks as awful.
Overgeneralization as one of the options for sure. I overlooked that big time.
Now, I know you got your reasons for feeling the way that you do. Real personal ones. But recognize where your experience is making you narrow your thinking. I mean, Signora, I'll be straight with you, as you're a tough lady. Here's where I think it's coming from.
You're just being real grouch. You're comparing people to gods.
You're comparing people to gods, including yourself. And everyone's failing that test. Frankie weren't never going to be Mars. You weren't never going to be Venus. You weren't born out of no shell.
And you will never be anything but a peasant.
Heck, Signora, I'll be as surprised as anyone if I get invited to a high society dinner. I can tell I'm hitting a sore spot, but maybe that means that's what we've got to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like you, Sam Walls. But you are correct. I betray my own purity of spirit with my anger.
Yep.
But I say, why should we not aim to be like the gods? Humanity is not worth preserving when we are such petty creatures.
That's also either Nosferatu thinking or disqualifying them. I think it's disqualifying.
Wait just a minute there, Signora. Humanity ain't worth preserving? I say you're wrong. Damn wrong. Look at yourself. Look at what you've created. Ain't no goddess has ever done what you've done. You brought some of the finest art ever produced into existence. You ran your own city, which is something I'm pretty sure Venus never did.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose that is true. Our mortal concerns seem so pedestrian, though.
Aren't all of the things you're worried about mortal concerns? Or am I tripping?
Signora, humanity is all we've got. Even if we're immortal, every word we're speaking is a result of our humanity. Yeah, we make a lot of mistakes, and some of us sound like peasants. But all that messiness is worth something. It makes us who we are. Signora, I don't think you're a goddess. I think you're way more interesting and impressive, because you're real.
Aw, that was
Well,
a good comment.
You have great wisdom for a peasant, Sam. And your kerchief is a fetching shade of red that matches your eyes.
She's warming up to us.
Well, thanks, Signora. Let's focus on you, though. What happens if you're not that perfect goddess?
I suppose I have always felt that if I could not live to my ideals, I would be left with nothing. I would be discarded like Frankie's mistresses and die of some sex disease.
This is also either control fallacy or Nosferatu thing. I think it's Nosferatu thing.
Signora, I don't think there's any universe where you're discarded. A woman of your strength and intelligence ain't ever going to be forgotten. Maybe things didn't turn out the way you hoped, but you made do with what you had pretty damn well. No matter what, you're holding a pretty nice set of cards. Just because you don't have a straight flush doesn't mean your life was worth nothing.
Damn straight.
Please, Mr. Walls, do not say toilet words in front of a lady.
words.
But I understand your meaning. You are correct, I think. It is hard to imagine my falling so far. Oh, Mr. Walls, I know you speak the truth. I wielded great strength in an age where women were not respected.
Yeah.
But I alone feel the weight of my family's collapse, so I feel responsible for it.
I'm getting confused between personalization and emotional reasoning again. Let's go back and look at them one more time. Oops. Because I think that might be emotional reasoning, but I don't want to get it wrong. Maybe it's personalization. We often assume things happen because of us. Act like when our feelings represent reality. Oh gosh, it's hard. I don't feel the weight of my family's collapse, so I feel responsible for it. I'm gonna go with personalization. No? Oh
Does
my
Signora
god.
Deste's feeling of responsibility for her family, does Signora Deste's feeling of responsibility for her family make them her responsibility, Samuel?
Okay, I'm gonna try emotional reasoning.
But I alone...
I know it's a lot to bear, Signora, but that weight you're carrying doesn't mean you're the one destined to carry the weight. You get what I'm saying?
This sounds like some of that excellent peasant wisdom of yours. Please explain.
What I'm saying is that feeling you've got doesn't create truth. You feel that you have ultimate responsibility for your family, but that feeling doesn't make it so.
Yeah, feelings aren't always reality.
Yes, I see. No one gave me this responsibility other than myself.
That's exactly it, Signora.
But I was the only person capable of preserving my family, Sam. That is what makes my failure so poignant.
I think that's control fallacy.
Signora, what if you weren't the only person capable of preserving your family? What if no one person was?
I don't know. I never considered such a thing.
Well, try to consider it now. What if you accepted that whatever was going to happen to your family was going to happen?
You sound like a Calvinist.
Okay.
Never mind with the labeling for now. How would you feel if you knew nobody can control what happened to the Gonzaga house?
I think I would feel relieved.
Yeah, it's not in your control.
Signora,
You're only one person.
whatever happened to your family, fault never belonged to you. You were the one who named yourself responsible. No one else did. Look at who you are. And I think you can be damned impressed at who that lady is.
Damn you.
Too late, Signora. Look, let's wrap up tonight, huh? I think you did great. You probably got some stuff to think about.
Yes. Thank you, Sam. I will see you in a month.
She's warming up to this process.
Of course, Signora. I'm looking forward to it.
That was freaking challenging. That was hard, y'all.
Goodbye, Sam.
Samuel, it appears you have an admirer.
Oh, shucks.
I think Isabella d'Este has liked fewer than 5 people in her hundreds of years of existence, and you are one of them.
Like I said, I should have put overgeneralization on here. Maybe I made the wrong choices. I'll get better at this as this goes along. I'm still getting used to these game mechanics.
Remember, though, that romantic entanglements between a therapist and client are absolutely forbidden, in case you are tempted.
Come on now, Andy. I ain't gonna do anything like that.
Of course, should the mind wander into fantasy, that is entirely acceptable.
Okay.
You're just messing with me now.
I could not help it. It's rather cute. The First Lady of the Renaissance and humble cowboy Samuel Walls. Quite a picture, isn't it?
Okay, that's it. I'm getting a drink.
I'm sorry, Samuel. Please, drink. Ask Crimson for the Royal Virgin. It's my very best. I think you deserve it.
Yeah, we definitely need a drink after that. That was hard.
Yeah, whatever. You have a good night, Andy.
That was worse than than meeting Dr. Jekyll back there.
Rest in peace, Samuel.
And I thought I had family problems. I need me a Crimson special after that one. Howdy, Crimson. Think you could fashion me up one of them blood cocktails?
We'll check the journal after we talk to Crimson to see about the 2 cases or the 2 client sessions wrapped up.
I reckon so. Got a lot on your mind tonight, cowboy.
Yeah, just thinking about family stuff. I got this client who's got some real tough family issues to go through, and it got me thinking about my own. Or my lack of family, at least.
You got any family left?
I've got a great granddaughter kicking around apparently, but she's got no connection to this old cowpoke. Not sure what she'd say if a man dressed like a cowboy introduced himself as her vampire relative from the 1800s.
She might freak out a little.
I see your point. Sounds like you don't have many family problems then.
I reckon so. Family means a lot to my client, though. I hope my perspective's still useful.
How do you think she's handling her therapy so far?
I think she's doing pretty good.
I think she's doing pretty well, honestly. She spent a long time judging herself by her family's achievements, but I think she's starting to recognize the fruitlessness in that.
Seems like you don't need her family to be able to give her some hope.
I suppose not. Rich family problems were never going to be my specialty anyway.
Maybe that's why this is so hard for me, because I can't relate.
You got family back home, Crimson?
Yeah, I've got some family. We don't talk too much. I went a little wild after I got my diagnosis. They're not too fond of my lifestyle choices, but hey, at least I'm alive. And I get to hear them gossiping about how I don't age.
Well, you chose a good age to stop getting older. I often wish I weren't such a dusty old corpse, but death comes when it comes.
I mean, I think he looks pretty good.
Sometimes he's still waiting for me to give him an opening.
Death always is. Pardon me for asking, but is there a reason you're choosing not to be a vampire?
There is, but I'm not talking about it tonight. A little mystery makes life a bit spicier, don't you think, cowboy?
Oh, I wasn't trying to pry or nothing.
Bullshit. I know you're curious. Here, consolation prize.
But what is it?
Black Widow. Black stuff's just food coloring. Figured you were in the mood for a scary lady tonight.
I like how you sometimes get these like little drinks here, but it would be cool if they were like actually incorporated into the story. I get like the art is incredible and that's so cool. And I feel like that's what they're showcasing here. But like you get these and then they don't go into like an inventory for you to like maybe get like a boost of, I don't know, being able to better recognize distortions or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, anyway.
Thank you kindly, ma'am. Think I'll take this to my coffin for a quiet night.
You do that, honey. And don't spill in Andy's coffin. He'll act like he's not mad, but you know he's mad.
Why should I be upset? What has happened has happened.
Not bad, cowboy. Get the hell out of here.
Okay, I'm going. See you later, Crimson. There we are. Gotta get me one of these fancy coffins for back home. Now, let's see. What am I in the mood for? I think I'm either gonna find a passage from Little Women that suits me, or I'm gonna watch Shemp get smacked in the head with a hot iron.
Yeah, we're gonna do the book.
Or I'm going to bed.
Let's read from Little Women.
I can always turn to the outcuts in my times of doubt. Somehow they got above it all and started exploring humanity.
This was one of my favorite books as a little girl. I haven't read it since I was like a child, so I should probably read it again at some point because I really loved it as a little girl.
Now, where was that line? All right, here in chapter 8. I am angry nearly every day of my life, Joe, but I have learned not to show it, and I still hope to learn not to feel it, though it may take me another 40 years to do so. Yeah, that sounds like the Signora. Hope she doesn't have to wait too much longer, and that I'm not making it worse. Well, that's enough fun for one day.
Here, while we're here, let's look at the journal. Oops, why does it do that? Can you turn the page, please? Thank you. Okay, we're gonna go... Yeah, okay, let's start with Dr. Drain here. Second day. Session 2. We read this one, right? Yeah. Dr. Drain transformed into Lord Luridus during our session today. That dude has got some issues. Luridus hates Dr. Drain, and Drain hates him. Luridus loves what Drain rejects, blood and sex. Luridus believes in acting like our animal selves without apology. Where Drain is scientific, Luridus is unscientific. Luridus is extremely confident. I gotta talk to Dr. Drain about where this Lord Luridus comes from and see if I can't get these two fellas speaking the same language. Okay, client 2 for Isabella. Or session 2, sorry. We really got into the Signora's family issues today, and there's lots of them. She's hoppin' mad that they didn't meet her standards. Isabella died so she could control her family. It didn't work. Her husband and son were both major disappointments to her, especially her son. She really hates the Spanish. Might be a little obsessed with her late husband's failings as a man. The Signora's still holding a lot of anger. I think she's just... I can't read today. I think this is just the tip of the iceberg, though. Next time, I'll see if I can push her a little more. Okay. How long have I been playing? For about an hour. We'll do one more client.
Good night, son. See you in hell.
Good night, son. See you in hell.
Samuel, greetings. I believe you are seeing our actor friend tonight, are you not?
Yeah, I guess so. I still ain't sure I'm the right therapist for that fella.
There may not be a right therapist for him, but let us think positively. He has put himself in your care, and that is a tremendous step.
Let's go over his file really quickly. That might help to choose the distortions. Edmund Kean was a highly influential Shakespearean stage actor during the Georgian period. He is credited with more personal interpretations of character as opposed to pantomime performances. He lived a tumultuous life on stage, dealing with alcoholism, sex scandals, and entitled behavior. He wishes to return to the stage, but expresses great anger at critics, okay, that's right, who might review him poorly. He demands respect as the greatest actor the world has ever seen. Edmund is afraid to get back into acting because he's afraid of getting anything but universal praise. He has a self-centered mindset. He believes he determines what acting must be, diminishes the thoughts and opinions of others. Champion gaslighter tried to convince me I was attacking him, sees the world through theater. Next time I'd like to dig in where all this comes from. Why is this fella so insecure? Okay.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm thinking it's gonna be an uphill battle, though.
At least his core distortion is clear, don't you think? You know what it is, I am sure.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's personalization.
It's personalization, right?
Of course, a distortion common to many with narcissistic tendencies.
Yep, it's the Edmund Keane show, all day, every day.
I recognize your disdain, but pause a moment. It must be difficult for Edmund to make everything all about him all the time, don't you think?
He doesn't have to make everything about him, though.
He doesn't know that. Keep digging, Samuel. You will find his truth.
Okay.
Choose your distortions well.
Okay, overgeneralization. Can I choose that? I can't. Why can't I choose? I can't choose these? I don't understand that. Okay, we'll do control fallacy, emotional reasoning. Why won't it let me choose these two? I don't understand that. Can I take one back? Okay, yeah, you can take... Now I can't choose that again? I don't understand that. I don't understand why that happens. Okay, we're going to do should statements because he did do a lot of those. Emotional reasoning. And we'll do Nosferatu thinking.
I think I'm all holstered up now.
I don't know why you can't choose from all of them. I don't understand the reasoning in that.
Very good, Samuel. I wish you patience and compassion. Good luck.
Unless, like, those people just don't experience those, but I think everybody kind of does to some extent. I don't know.
See you later, Andy. All right, now what did Andy teach me? Breathe. I think I'm ready. Right on time. I think I hear him coming. Hey, Edmund, good to see you. How you been feeling these past few weeks?
Empty, my dear boy.
He's so dramatic.
Empty. I am but a vessel made for a single purpose. But alas, and alack, that purpose is in supply most rare.
You mean acting, right?
Aye, that's the rub. Acting, my dear boy. Acting. My thespian blood goes rancid with stagnation, and the only cure seems to me irreprehensible now. I do not wish to face these mortal directors, for they dare to tell me my art.
Ain't that what directors are supposed to do?
Exactly.
Oh, my dear boy. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and others have greatness thrust upon them. No director can thrust greatness upon the already great. In mine own case, mine greatness hath already been achieved.
No?
There is no room for improvement in Edmund at all. Is he truly perfect? I am going to make an educated guess and say that this is untrue.
No director can thrust...
Nobody's saying you ain't great, Eddie. You're talking in extremes.
Okay, I get
If
it.
every actor's awful or perfect, what the heck's a director supposed to do?
A most unenviable position, to be sure. I have directed, and did find it most odious. Indeed, a great actor can make the less talented seem even smaller.
I think part of my problem is that I overthink it. So then they all kind of start to meld together for me because then I start thinking too deeply. Maybe I need to just go with my instinct.
But you get it. All the director's doing
Maybe
is
not,
making
though.
sure everyone's doing what they're best at, right? That ain't saying you ain't great.
The director's doing to make sure everyone's doing what they're... Okay, yeah.
I suppose. But it is most frustrating when I know best.
Well, maybe you can help me understand a little better. You said that greatness was thrust upon you, right? How did that happen?
Ah, you are curious to hear what circumstances created this actor non-pare. I cannot blame you.
I've always wondered how that word is pronounced. Non-pare. Okay. I've read that word many times, but never heard it said aloud.
Well, recounting such a history will please me indeed. I first rattled the foundations of the stage as a mere babe. Indeed, too young for memory, and yet old enough to command attention.
He was a child actor. There's your problem right there.
Clad only in swaddling cloth at the age of 4, I was Cupid himself. But my arrows seemingly went astray for the entirety of the audience. fell in love with me. It is the stuff of legend. For tender as my mind was, I could not bear witness to my own greatness. But it does prove that I was indeed born great.
But you said greatness was thrust upon you.
It was a matter of necessity. You may not guess it from my gentle speech, but I am no lordling. Selfishly, and surely to spite me, my father shuffled off his mortal coil when I was but a babe in arms, ere I ever graced the stage. It left my mother and myself in dire straits.
Hold on a sec.
okay.
You said your old man died selfishly.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean?
I gotta start going with my gut and not overthinking it.
Well, what kind of a father drinks himself to death when he has a beautiful baby son at home? I at least waited until my son was older before I did the same.
Eddie, come on. Listen to yourself. I'm sure you didn't die to spite your son, just as your pa didn't die to spite you. I ain't gonna deny his choices hurt you, but they weren't all about you.
Forgive me then. 'Tis ever the fate of an actor to feel every emotion more keenly. The situation my mother and I were left in was most precarious. We were the lowest of the low, you see. We lived in the rookeries and begged for our bread. But he that hath wit must make content with his fortune's fit. And oh, did we beg! She was my Queen Gertrude, and I her filthy little Hamlet. Did I mention I played Hamlet at age 14?
No, I hadn't heard that.
Well, anyway, my mother was a competent actress, but it was my wit alone that saved us from destitution.
Is this maybe a little bit of a stage mom situation?
Forsooth, I was so prodigious that, at the age of 7, I garnered the attention of one Reginald Flopbot of the Worthington Flopbots.
Okay.
'Twas he who paid to get me off the streets and into the dormitories. He said, "Edmund, my cherub, the streets are not for you. One day you will be the greatest of actors."
Hey, how about that? You went and proved him right.
Piffle. Master Flopbot never gave a fig about my potential. I was a prop to him, a symbol of his generosity and high breeding.
Okay, so not a stage mom, more of this dude, Flopbot.
Every month he would stage an elaborate party with all the well-to-do society of London. The dandy Fop would stand upon a dais and announce himself as the saviour of the city's poor. That was my cue. I would be lowered down from the rooftop, wearing naught but swaddling clothes and a set of opulent wings.
Wow, that
The
guy
gentry's
sucks.
delight was my dungeon. But I would flit among them, reprising my breakout role as Cupid by shooting little arrows of love at them. At the age of 7, it was most disquieting.
Yeah, I'll bet.
At 11, on the cusp of manhood, the shame was too much to bear.
Dang, Eddie, that sounds awful. That Flopbot fella had no right to do that to you.
No, indeed. I remember my last performance quite vividly. The titters and leering glances from the guests linger ever in the back of my mind. And fool that I was, I played my part still. I should have plunged mine arrows into that fool Flopbot's chest instead of shaming myself.
Hold on a sec there. You saying you should have stood up for yourself. Where the heck does that come from? You were 11 years old.
Yeah.
How the heck were you supposed to know any better?
I knew enough to know that being paraded around in swaddling clothes was a farce, and yet I played along. So yes, I should have done something about it.
But you're a child. All children want to make the adults in their lives happy.
And then what would have happened?
I don't know, but I would have been spared the indignity that I participated in.
You didn't have a choice.
You didn't have those answers then, and ain't nobody would expect you to. That's kind of how exploitation works, Eddie.
Indeed, the word exploit was not even in the standard lexicon at that point. How could I have known?
Very good point.
Regardless, I swore that night to never be a puppet again. I stole away and gave myself to the mercy of Poseidon. The bargain was struck, and he swallowed up my hated swaddling clothes and wings.
That's why he doesn't want anyone to critique him, because he doesn't want to ever be controlled again.
In desperation, I signed on with a mercantile shipping agency. I thought, perhaps, that my body would bend more than my soul. But oh, did I toil! Life upon the sea is most cruel.
Yeah, I bet.
Biting winds did carve my visage. Low words hardened my heart, and heavy weights left me bent. By the time I had fulfilled my bargain with the Lord of the Sea, I had become an older man, my efforts etched into every crease on my face.
Dang, sounds intense. How long were you at this job?
Like 6 months.
An age. Alive! 6 months, each one a hungry leech torn from my bleeding body.
Damn, I was right on the money.
I am convinced this gauntlet was prepared for me alone. For ne'er in history has one so blessed by grace been subjected to such toil.
I think that's personalization.
Eddie, I gotta stop you there. It's gonna be a lot easier to accept your truth when you realize you ain't alone in your suffering. Hell, there ain't nothing more human than suffering. And historically, kids ain't had it so good.
But none suffered as I suffered. A boy such as I was not meant for such misery.
What boys are?
Compadre, I had my first kill and no home at 12 years old. My brother had a stutter his whole life on account of the regular beatings my stepdaddy gave him.
Damn.
Maybe your suffering felt like the only suffering in the world, but it wasn't. And it'll hurt less when you realize you weren't alone.
I don't know, man. I agree with that it's helpful to know you're not alone, but then also you feel like, goddamn, everybody gets fucked up. And that is also hard to conceptualize, right?
But keep telling me your story. I already know there ain't nobody like you in the world, so don't worry on that account.
Now then, at last, we close the circle, as nature ever demands. I return to London, and into the graces of my dear Uncle Moses and his comely mistress, Charlotte. 'Twas she who filled my dramaturgical quiver with dire arrows, fletched by the bard himself. And when my deft fingers plucked the bow of humanity, at last I was free.
Okay.
Huh?
I cannot speak more plainly. The good woman taught me the works of Shakespeare, and armed with this knowledge, I conquered the stage and saved myself from toil.
Oh, well, right.
And so, you see, the die was cast from the moment I was born. The stage was made for me, and it was my skill upon it that saved me from the streets, and saved me once again from a life at sea.
And so you see, the die was cast from the moment I was born. I think that's control fallacy.
You're talking like fate itself is playing with you, Eddie. Like you were helpless to do anything but act. You're a clever fella, ain't you? Maybe acting was the trick you knew you had up your sleeve, but betting everything on the stage puts the pressure on like nothing else.
Definitely.
I had not considered this. Perhaps 'twas not the fates. I do not give myself enough credit. 'Twas my will that brought me to greatness. The stage roused my spirit, thus I knew my destiny lay upon it.
Oh, this is where I get confused. I think this is emotional reasoning.
You got it, amigo. You wanted the stage to be your ticket out of the bad days. Maybe that's why you were so successful. Your intrinsic motivation made you keep pushing to be better.
'Tis so. 'Tis so. The threat of the rookery is loomed ever upon my overladen spirit.
I don't know what a rookery is, but I'm assuming it's like where poor people live. Like, that's the only thing I can imagine. I don't know what a rookery is.
Acting presented itself as a way to keep myself out of them. It is natural that I should weigh its importance so heavily.
Or maybe it's one of those places where, like, what is it called? Like, what am I looking for? Like, where they would send children to live, but they worked to live there? You know what I'm saying? Like a workhouse?
I can see why acting means so much to you, Eddie. I probably feel damn near the same about the things that got me out of my bad days.
Thank you. Then you understand how my alienation from the theatre does pain me so. And yet, the cure is as deadly as the illness. These damnable critics! Not a single lifetime among them, and they deign to challenge my interpretation of the written word. They simply cannot relate to my singular experience. I will bare my soul upon that stage, and they will all sneer and malign it on their internet profiles.
They simply cannot relate to my singular experience. I think this is personalization. No?
For someone that lives for adulation, Edmund has a dim view of his fans, don't you think?
They simply cannot relate to my singular experience.
It's probably Nosferatu thinking.
I will bare my soul upon that stage, and they will all sneer and malign it on their internet profiles.
You're so certain that them critics are all the same, but I think that ain't being honest with yourself. Not all critics are bad. It takes work to be good at something, so of course the decent critics are going to be rarer.
What you say rings true. Indeed, although past critics were flabbergasted at my portrayal of King Lear, not all were. And modern perspectives have affirmed that my interpretation was nothing short of brilliant.
Yeah, you get it. I took a look at your Wikipedia entry last night, Eddie. Maybe you've had a few bad critics here and there, but history says you're a legend, and your work speaks for itself. Hell, you were around before film was ever a thing, and people still remember you.
Ah, your words warm me, as an ersatz son for the one we have forsaken. With thy help shall I gird my soul, mayhap, and grace the stage once more.
Yeah, you can get back out there and do
Let's
it.
talk about that then. What's the biggest thing stopping you from getting back up on that stage right now?
That it all simply might not be worth it. Why should I bear my damned soul when the audience hath not the sight to see it?
Because you enjoy it.
Maybe I can ask you a question then. What if there were no audience?
No audience? Do you know what a stage is, sir? It is a platform where life in brief may be portrayed. It is a platform because it is separate from the audience. Without such, the stage ceases to be a stage.
Okay.
As in, if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound?
Simply but elegantly put, my dear boy. Without the audience, the stage loses all meaning, like a monarch without a kingdom.
I think that's Nosferatu thinking.
Just a minute there, partner. You're saying that the stage is nothing without the audience. But I gotta ask you, where does the acting come from?
Ah, but from simple tongues, the purest of queries, narrow in breadth, but as deep as the sea. The source of acting is everything, my boy. The beating of every heart, the cry of every child, the fluttering of a butterfly's wings. The roots of acting are intertwined with those of life itself.
You enjoy it, dude. Just do it because you enjoy it.
So does acting come from the audience or from everything?
My dear boy, you prove yet again, as the bard oft did, that 'tis the fool who sees the truth as it is. I bow to your simple wisdom.
Thanks, I guess. Let's figure out how we can bring it back to acting. Forget the audience. I know we can't see in mirrors and all, but what do you think of filming yourself?
Oh, that's a good take on it.
Brilliant notion. Yes, I shall become my own audience. I shall bring myself to rapture. Forsooth, if I cannot pleasure myself, whom can I pleasure?
We're still talking about acting, right?
Oh, my dear boy, the pleasures of the flesh are secondary to one who knows character above all else. Indeed, we speak of the noble art. I shall do as you suggest. If there is one on this lonely orb that can inspire an artist such as I, it is myself.
I ain't sure I'd put it exactly that way, but I think you're touching on the thing we've been talking about.
Yes.
The motivation's got to come from you, amigo.
We are of one mind, dear boy. Perhaps I left my muse in the mortal realm, but I shall find him once more. Not only for myself, but also for my public. Yea, the masses flock to my Wikipedia page as moths to a flame, each a silent plea for the return of the one true artisan of the stage.
What? Okay. Yeah, the masses flock to my Wikipedia page as a moth to flame. So everybody's going to his Wikipedia page. All because they want him to return to the stage. I don't know what this is. I'm going to say... No, okay, I don't know.
Edmund sees his individual qualities as spurring others into action. Does he assume too much about himself?
I think it's personalization then.
Yea,
Now hold your horses there, fella. You're reading a little too much into the whole Wikipedia thing. There's 1.5 million reasons why people might be looking you up. I mean, I hear tell the biggest Wikipedia page out there is the one for that coronavirus that got all them mortals all worked up. And I'm pretty sure they don't want that coming back.
And thus dost thou scuttle a burgeoning friendship with the cannons of enmity. Why must you challenge me so?
That's his job, dude.
That's my job, compadre. Ain't we had some good breakthroughs today? We couldn't have gotten there if I'd been busy agreeing with everything you said.
Yep.
Oh, very well. But I still say you are most vexatious.
At least he didn't, like, turn all weird and victim complexy like he did last time.
I've been called worse. I think we got some homework for you, though, right? You're going to film yourself and do some acting for its own sake. We'll check back in a few weeks. But, Eddie, I think you're doing great. We made a lot of progress today.
I agree.
Naturally. The human condition is my urfa. Nevertheless, you have been a competent guide. You have reminded me of what is most important in unlife. Me. I should like to give you a gift.
Oh, come on. You don't need to do nothing like that.
Nonsense.
Oh,
it is
thanks.
meaningless to me, but it is beyond price for you. It is my headshot, signed with my autograph.
Thanks.
Oh, thanks, Eddie.
Cherish it always. If you help me to find my muse, then it is a gift even more precious. And I will find it ere we next meet. Of that, I promise you.
All right.
Well, let's not put the pressure on, amigo. Just enjoy some acting. That's all I'm asking for. I'll see you in a few weeks then, okay?
Verily, so it shall be. Godspeed then, boy. Thou shalt witness me new anon. Farewell.
A job well done, Samuel. I was particularly impressed at the way you challenged Edmund on what acting means to him.
Yeah, he's a weird fella, but I think he's gonna do okay.
It can be hard for our kind to retain our intrinsic motivation. Something must keep him going. I do hope that he will find his. But you, Samuel, must rest. The work you have done in these past 2 months deserves to be celebrated, so do not linger here in this dusty room. Perhaps you can even be encouraged to dance.
I think I'm gonna need a lot more therapy myself to get to that point.
Very well, Samuel. Then let us at least make sure you get well nourished. Find a friendly neck downstairs, my friend. You deserve it. And rest in peace.
All right. I think we'll do the next client and then we'll wrap it up because I think we only have one more, the live streamer.
Well, they say don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys, but maybe don't let them be actors either. Time to dish with Crimson a little. I gotta talk to some more folks, though. Andy's mainly my teacher, so I'm starting to feel like Crimson's my only friend.
Let's look at the... God dang it, why does it do that every time? Okay. Alright, here's session 2 for Edmund. Edmund's tied his whole identity to the stage because the stage saved him from the streets when he was a kid. He's obsessed with the audience, disqualifies the positive about any other actors, definitely suffered abuse as a kid, still thinking the same was he did as a kid. What? No wonder I got that screwed up. That's a fucked up sentence. Still thinking the same ways he did as a kid, that the stage is always going to offer salvation. I suggested Edmund try acting for its own sake. He forgot the fun while he was looking for safety. I hope it goes well. Alright, yeah.
Hey, only friend.
Excuse me?
What? Oh, yeah, Crimson. Hey, Crimson.
Are you blushing, vampire?
No, that ain't possible.
It's all right. It's nice to hear from a vampire who's younger than Jesus. Now, let's hear how this week went before you go out there and find friend number 2.
All right, real quick. This client of mine, he had a real bad time as a kid. Well, worse than I did, it sounds like. But he found fame early, and now he's talking about fate and how he's destined for greatness again.
Met plenty of destined for greatness folk in D.C. I lost patience for it. How do you think you handled him?
I mean, I got a lot of it wrong, but pretty well.
I learned my lessons from the last session. He didn't threaten to jump off a cliff this time or anything. I gave him an assignment to film himself doing something he loves doing. He seemed excited about that.
You're either brave or adorable, Sam Walls.
If vampires can't be seen in mirrors, can they be seen on film? I don't know.
There's nothing brave about it. As for adorable, well, some have used words to that effect before.
I have read, though, that, I mean, this is all, of course, it's all fiction, but that the reason vampires couldn't be seen in mirrors back in the day was because there was silver behind the mirror, and that's what made them a mirror. But now mirrors nowadays aren't made that way anymore, so now vampires should be able to see themselves. So.
Okay, now I know you're confident enough to get out there. Giddy
Yep.
up.
Here we go. Right to the edge of the dance floor, but not on it. Don't want anyone getting any funny ideas.
Are we gonna get Sam dancing by the end of this?
Once more alone,
Oh,
I
her
see.
again.
You scared the shit out of me.
Forgot about her.
But you can't shed. You're a vampire. Know that I see much, vampire, and that I like what I see.
Oh, it's her again. Well, I was hoping to find a mortal friend, or at least a willing Nick. Now, what do mortals of this time talk about?
Be awkward about the weather. Be awkward about everyday annoyances.
So,
Daylight
daylight savings time, huh? Whose idea was that? Van Helsing, am I right?
I like daylight savings. I can see things more clearly in the daylight, but I can also see how this policy is inconsiderate to vampires. I'm sorry, vampire. I see how this could be an inconvenience.
You see a lot, don't you?
Why don't you tell me what you see?
I see an interesting mortal. Someone observant. Someone who isn't afraid to have their own style.
That is what you observe. It is not what you see.
Well, fine, you tell me what I see.
You see the long vein across my throat. It looks very juicy, doesn't it?
Well, now that you mention it, it does.
Something about her
And
voice gives me
consent
the
is
ick.
given. Do not hesitate, vampire.
Not the voice actress, but like the way that they're portraying this character kind of gives me the ick a little bit.
Shucks, that was something else. You got good circulation there.
I see. And what do I taste like?
I don't know, blood.
Kinda earthy. You could use some iron. What do you eat most often?
I eat a lot of carrots. They're supposed to be good for one's eyesight, and I like to see.
Better watch out, you're gonna turn orange.
I see now that you are tired and wish to enter your state of torpor.
Well, maybe I'll see myself out then.
That's offensive. I'm going to leave now.
Shoot, was it something I said? Well, at least I got a full belly. And now, time for some shut-eye.
Oh my god.
Good evening, Samuel. I believe you are seeing the Ancient One tonight, aren't you?
Ancient One? She's 1,200 years younger than you, Andy.
I suppose I was engaging in a bit of labeling myself. You are, of course, correct. Still, her age presents a unique challenge. After one lives for 1,000 years, history seems less a line than a fixed point. Speaking of which, I imagine you can guess what distortion an old one such as Medi might fixate upon.
Let's look at her file again. Oh my god, every time. It's like it doesn't want you to turn, it wants you to turn the page from the middle of the book, which feels absolutely unintuitive to me. Okay. Let's go over the client record and then we'll do the session, just so I can familiarize myself. An elder vampire like myself, Medi has lived mostly alone for the past 2 millennia. She grew up among wanton violence between Irish clan warlords and has since kept distance between herself and mortals. She now spends more of her time online, where she has become a streaming celebrity. I do not know what this means, blah blah blah. She has expressed frustration at the increasing demands of her followers. Okay, be patient with her. Medi, the other guy was Eddie. Medi is feeling overwhelmed by her followers on social media and their demands. She relies on them for food and help dealing with mortals. Talks about mortals as if they're all the same, spends a lot of time online, chronically online, me too, girl. Creates a strong one-way attachments with her followers, needs to get outside, bad at boundaries. I think next time I should figure out why she's got such a simple view of mortals. Maybe she'd be better off if she didn't see them as ants. Okay. It's overgeneralization.
It's gotta be overgeneralization. She really is basing all her opinions on her experiences when she was alive.
Very good, Samuel. I heard tales of her island in my time, but they were never peaceful tales. I am not surprised she finds safety in her narrative. What other distortions do you think Medi might exhibit?
Labeling. I can't. Why want to? It lets me for a second and then it doesn't. I don't know why I can't choose these. That's so freaking weird. It's like the top two are top two on the right are unselectable. I don't understand that. Okay, probably should statements. Probably control fallacy. Disqualified the positive a lot last time, and we'll just go with label. We'll go with labeling. Okay, whatever.
Good to go,
I
boss.
don't think it really matters.
Then I will leave you to it. Good luck, my friend.
Hello again, strange cowboy man.
Oh yeah, I like her voice.
It's good to see you again, Medi. How's the past month been for you?
Went for a walk, just like you suggested. Didn't like it very much.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. What was so unpleasant about it?
It's very loud outside, and dirty, and smelly. Everywhere I walked, it smelled like mortal food. Just disgusting. They knew how good it felt to drink blood. Maybe they would not eat so much of this pizza food. So many cars, too. I don't like cars. They have hateful faces. They look so angry all the time. Stepped in a wee, killed 7 men, and got splashed by a bus. It's really quite awful.
Wow.
You killed 7 men? How the heck did that happen?
Oh, that was inconvenient, you know. Normally I have my zealots do that kind of thing for me. They take care of the bodies. But I had to do all that silly work myself. And now there are always police sirens going off, which interrupts my streams and makes my followers very sad.
Why did that all happen?
Because they found the bodies everywhere, silly. I don't know what to do with my rubbish.
You've been alive for thousands of years and you haven't figured out how to get rid of a body?
I meant, why the killing? You didn't happen to make a few assumptions based on past experiences? Why kill a bunch of men?
Oh, well, he looked at me. I know what mortals who look at me are like. If I let them live, they'd probably try to burn me as a witch. I could do nothing but kill them.
The hell? Oh,
She
I'm so
knows
stupid. I
what all
thought my
mortals
computer
are
froze
like.
up. I didn't mean
I
to
hope
click
she
that.
remembers that we were all once mortal ourselves.
I was concentrating on the fact that my cursor looks like a regular cursor now and not that like specialized game one, so I thought the game froze.
Oh, well, he looked at me. I know what
Yeah, it's
mortals
a
who...
conversation.
Hold on a sec. You know what mortals who look at you are like. How do you know? Are you reading their minds?
I don't have to read their minds, sweetling. I have known manlings for a very long time.
I get what you're saying. But here in this room, at least, we gotta be honest with ourselves. Do you really know what they were thinking?
Nope, unless you're telepathic.
Silly mouseling. I do not need to know what a wolf is thinking to know what a wolf is.
But humans are not wolves.
Does that mean every wolf you see is gonna try to eat you?
We don't have wolves anymore. They're all gone now.
So maybe you can see where that kind of thinking can be a problem. It was scared people who killed all them wolves, right? Now I know that thinking doesn't come from nowhere. Old as you are, I'm sure you've seen some real awful stuff.
That's right. Haven't killed you, though. You are kind, little mouse.
Well, let's lay off the mouse stuff a little.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm sorry. I don't wish for you to scurry away into a little hole. Do you want to hear why I feel the way I do?
Yes.
I would appreciate it greatly, miss.
Let me tell you about men from my time, then. Let's start with me da. My father sold me and my mother to a chief of a rival clan for a golden necklace.
Wow.
That is just horrifying.
Oh, don't fuss, sweetling. It was the most beautiful golden necklace. At least 2 girls' worth. My father got quite a deal, really.
You're using humor, but I'm sure that must have been heartbreaking for you.
It was common at the time. I suppose I should have been glad to be the possession of an old chief.
Whose should is that, matey?
Why, everyone thought that. They were ever so surprised when I ran away. Did wish I could feel the way they felt, but I simply could not.
I think most of us vampires had it rough as kids. Maybe most kids have it rough. I don't know. But the one thing I do know is that kids don't come with the same shoulds their parents have got.
That's true.
I think we're learning all them shoulds ended up being a load of horse shit anyway.
I knew girls who did as they were told. They would have been thrilled to have been the concubine of a powerful chief.
But you weren't those girls.
But, oh, he was so old. Cormac O'Neill, the oldest man I had ever seen. I remember thinking, where is his face? Because I could not see it under all his disgusting wrinkles.
Whew. How old was the guy?
40.
38.
That was pretty old in your time, huh?
Yeah.
I wish I'd died at 38. Could have been a better looking corpse.
Well, he left an awful looking corpse. His face was all...
Did she kill him?
I'm guessing you had something to do with that, huh?
Not me. My boyfriend, Abertach. He told me he'd set me free. I suppose he did. He created a delightful poison for me. He said it would make my dear master die in excruciating pain.
She poisoned him.
So one night I lay with him, and that means I did sex, and when he was pleased, I fed him the poison mead. Abby did what I couldn't, and the old fool finally died.
I think that's control fallacy.
You're saying your boyfriend killed your husband, but it sounds to me like you did the real
Yeah,
work.
Yep.
He mixed up some herbs, sure, but you were the one that had to sleep with the old man and get the poison in him.
Yep.
Abby made sure I knew it was because of him that I was free. He said it could never have happened without him.
He used it to control her.
He didn't have to be brave to mix up a potion. I think the bravery was all you, Mitty. Don't disqualify the idea that the person who set you free was you.
You know, I think you're absolutely right, strange cowboy man. I did do all the work, but Abby never let me forget that he was the one who freed me. He wanted me to worship him.
So she went from one gross man to another.
A fella who demands to be worshipped is always going to be a dangerous man.
Dangerous men have always been drawn to me. Must be something about the way I am.
So what happened after you killed Cormac?
The Neil clan came after me and Abby. They found him, took their swords and went, stab, stab, stabby, stabby, stab, stab, stab. But Abby just laughed. That's how I found out he was undead already. Gave me the willies.
She didn't know.
When they couldn't kill Abby, they decided to kill me instead. And that made him very upset indeed, because I belonged to him.
That must have been terrifying.
She talked last session about her creator being a super old vampire. Is it the same guy?
I suppose. Mostly hard. Lots and lots. Getting stabbed is much fun when you're immortal.
I ain't too fond of it as a vampire neither.
Abby fed me his blood, though, and then I became like him. When I woke up, the Neil clan who tried to kill us were all properly dead.
My puppy just crawled out from under the bed like a little creature, like, out from under.
Well, almost dead. They still had a lot of blood left, and I was hungry. The Neil clan was ever so cross, though. They captured Abby and sealed him in a tomb with some forgotten spells. He's still there, as far as I know.
Well, at least you got away from him.
What happened to you?
I didn't have a future with my tribe. I insulted both my clan and Cormac's clan by killing their chief. My only choice was to be alone. That's the wisest choice.
I think this is a control fallacy.
I reckon you've always had more power than you think. I mean, being immortal's a pretty good start. Heck, you were savvy enough to get out of that whole situation with Cormac. I think you always had options, Mitty.
You are kind to say so. I guess maybe it's better to say there was only one choice I wanted to take.
Then I think that was the right choice to make.
If you didn't have all those whiskers, I would pinch those cheeks.
Okay. Time to stop teasing poor Sam. So you've been living alone ever since then?
Damn, that's a long time to be alone.
Well, let's focus on you, huh? You say you've been living alone ever since then?
Of course, my silly cowboy man. We aren't mortal anymore. We will always end up alone. Why waste my time?
I would say that if this was not here, that would have been a Nosferatu thinking, but we will always end up alone. That could be overgeneralization. Nope. Okay.
Again, Medi deals in extremes. Long life often makes one's interpretation of life stark.
Of course, my silly cowboy man.
Come on, Mitty. You're distorting a lot of reality there. All vampires ain't lonely. Some of us choose to be, but not all of us.
I think that actually should have been a Nosferatu thinking statement.
Sure, mortals have a habit of dying, but there will always be more of them. Not to mention all the vampires out there. Heck, I used to be in a vampire gang. Cult. Well, kind of both. They weren't good company, but they certainly weren't lonely. I mean, ain't we talking? Well, there's loads of vampires out there who think like you do, and they're fulfilling their own prophecies of loneliness.
You're being a mean little mouse now, and I don't like it very much. Maybe I should have killed you after all.
I'm trying to help you, Mitty. The world's changed a lot in the last 1,800 years. A lot of it bad, but a lot of it good, too. By and large, most people ain't burning witches and selling their daughters. That sort of thing's frowned upon by mortals these days. There are laws out there to protect folks now. It ain't like in old times.
May I tell you a story, little mouse?
Sure.
All right, tell me a story.
Once upon a time, there was a very pretty young lady. Pretty, but also crazy. Like me.
I don't mean to interrupt your story so soon, but you didn't think I was going to let you get away with that one, did you? Don't call yourself crazy. You've been around way longer than I have. You gotta know that sanity is relative.
I know I'm crazy, though. Everyone tells me so, even my zealots. They like that I'm crazy.
You know, crazy ain't supposed to be a nice word. So why are you using it? Why are you creating a reality where what you are is crazy?
You are an annoying little mouse sometimes. Very well. I won't call myself crazy in front of you.
It's a start.
May I continue my story now?
Yep.
The pretty young lady Mary had moved in with her cousin, Mrs. Hultridge. At first they got along quite well, but one day Mary started acting naughty. She would shout, act unladylike, and even say that Jesus Christ wasn't very special. Mrs. Hultridge liked Jesus Christ very much and wanted Mary to like him too. When she didn't, this embarrassed Mrs. Hultridge. She began to think something was wrong with Mary. After all, who didn't like Jesus Christ? Mrs. Hultridge said that Mary had begun to vomit up
possession.
pins and buttons, nails, glass, and bits of wool.
You're doing exorcism?
Instead of being grateful for the free gifts Mary was vomiting up, Mrs. Hultridge said that she had been attacked by 8 witches in spectral form.
The things people believe.
Now, just so happened that all 8 of those witches lived very close to the town where Mrs. Hultridge lived.
Witch trial.
Despite their magical prowess, the 8 witches were captured and put into the stocks, and all the people of the town were told that the women did not like Jesus Christ at all. So the Jesus Christ-liking people threw rotten vegetables and poo at the witches. And, just for fun, they gouged out the eye of one of them.
Jesus.
Then they kicked the witches out of town and lived happily ever after. The end.
Well, like, at least they didn't put them under heavy stones and drown them, I guess.
Well, that ain't a pleasant story.
Oh, it was very unpleasant. It hurts very much to have your eye taken away. But I like my new eye. It's fun.
I wondered why she had 2 different colored eyes. thought
I
it
was
contacts.
1500 summers old or so when that happened. The world hadn't changed much then. I don't think it's changed much now.
I'm sorry that happened to you, Meddy. You're right. Folk can be pretty awful when they get riled up. That ain't changed.
Oh, don't be sorry, little mouse. I like my new eye. Also, the story has a happy ending.
Oh yeah? What's that?
After I had my eye taken away, I took Mrs. Haltridge's parts away too, one by one until she died. It was so much fun.
Oh my god.
That's a little morbid, Meddy.
Morbid Mary. Oh, I like that. Very clever, little mouse. But you see why I'm careful now?
Yeah, I get it. But look, there's one thing that's different now, and that's...
Liberal democracy has solved everything. The UN exists. Why don't you say what we're doing right now?
It's what we're doing right now. In all that time up till now, therapy ain't never existed. We only just started looking at ourselves and the way we think.
Yep, it's
Before
pretty new.
recent times, we only looked at gods, government, and society. The self is a new frontier, and we're learning stuff we never considered before. The frontier can be kind of scary, but being on that frontier means moving forward, come what may.
Silly mouse. If something feels scary, that means that there must be something to be scared of.
Not always.
I know you've been through a lot, and you got damn good reasons for being careful. But there's a reason you came to me, right?
Yes, but it wasn't because I wanted to go outside. It's because of my fans. They're very demanding.
Right. That's why we were talking about your going for walks and went down this rabbit hole.
Or, in your case, a mouse hole.
Anyway, therapy usually ain't about just one thing. It's about lots of things. If the problem is your fans, we gotta imagine unlife without them, right?
I kind of needed to see that today, because sometimes I think I talk about too much shit in therapy, and it's like, are we supposed to be staying on track here for, like, working on one thing at a time? But life ain't one thing at a time, so therapy usually ain't about just one thing. It's about lots of things. It really is.
Don't want to lose them all. Some of them are gentle. They're too weak to hurt anyone, which is why they don't.
Okay. Labeling. No?
Beneath her smile, Meddy has a darker view of humanity than most. Is the only reason the weak do not hurt the strong that they cannot?
Oh, overgeneralization, maybe?
You really think weak people would hurt others if they were stronger?
I thought it was weak because she was labeling them as... I thought it was labeling because she was calling them weak.
Little mouse, I've been alive for a long time. I believe what my eye shows me. Yes, if one is capable of hurting another, they do.
They can, but they don't always. You ever seen them capybara animals? They're dang massive rodents and could do some damage if they wanted to, I reckon.
Oh, yes! Oh, they're very cute. People like to share animated pictures of them in my community.
That's so funny they're talking about this because did you see, like, maybe 2 weeks ago there was that video, I think it was in the Caribbean, maybe? Is that where they are? I don't know, I can't remember where it was. But that woman getting attacked by a capybara in the water, that shit was wild.
Some folk are like that. They just want to sit around and have someone scratch their bellies.
And, like, there was a man who, like, stepped in at the very end after the girl had already, like, pulled herself away from the capybara. Like, dude, why didn't you, like, help her? It was weird.
Is that what you want, little mouse? Do you want me to scratch your belly?
Definitely not.
What? No, I'm just saying, don't assume everyone's out to hurt someone. Yeah, it happens. Of course it does. But that kind of thinking ain't giving folks their fair shot.
Don't know what I'll do if I don't have my followers. I can't live the way I used to before the machines took over.
Interesting, because last time she complained about the machines.
Oh, they expect so much of me now. They send me messages all night and all day. They need content. God, if I don't give them their content, they'll all leave. Their attention spans are like those of little bugs, but they're not as cute.
If I don't give them my content, they'll all leave. They're like those of little bugs, but they're not as cute. I don't know if that's labeling. It might be control fallacy. We're gonna go with that. Nope.
Maddie has millions of followers, yet she expects
so
the same of all
overgeneralization.
of them. This does not compute, as I hear the children of the sun say.
God,
Okay, I think we need to talk about moderation.
oh, I already have moderators, silly mouse. Any major content creator has to have them.
I don't know what that stuff means. I'm talking about moderation in your thinking. What if you gave your fans only what you felt comfortable giving?
Doesn't matter what I want, silly mouse. They just want me to overreact to video games.
Doesn't matter what I want. Is this overgeneralization again?
Betty,
Okay.
you're thinking that mortals want only one type of content is forcing you to make only one type of content. Your assumptions are keeping you from doing things you like, and you deserve to do things you actually enjoy.
Yes.
You're very kind. I thought cowboys were supposed to be tough.
Can be both.
Who says I ain't? I just don't have nothing to prove no more. Here, why don't we try something new for next time, since going out didn't go so well last time. I want to challenge you to take a day off. Don't answer any messages, don't post no content. Just do something for you and you alone. Take a sick day.
But we never get sick. We're dead people.
Take a mental health day.
They don't know that, do they? One day. That's all I'm asking for. You need to give yourself a little space.
Very well. Since you've been a very kind mouse, I'll do it for you.
I'd prefer it if you did it for you, but we'll work toward that, huh?
Oh, I wish I had a big piece of cheese to give to you right now.
So weird.
A lactose intolerance is kind of a side effect of death, but I appreciate the sentiment. I'll see you in a month then, okay?
Yes.
Great. I'll see you then.
Bye.
She was a little more tolerable this time. Last time she was
You are doing
a lot.
well, my friend. I know we old ones can be rather inscrutable sometimes.
She's human. We all are, ain't we? The way I see it, we all got the same problems one way or another.
True.
Your wisdom never fails to impress, Samuel. I believe it is time for you to follow your own advice to Miss Maddie, however.
Take some time off.
All work and no play makes for a dull vampire, as they say.
Yeah, you're probably right. I might hit the hay early and do a bit of reading.
If you must take out some aggression on Hay, then please do so. I shall see you soon, my friend. Rest in peace.
Good night, Andy. Dang, I wonder how I'll feel about humanity when I'm 1800. Heck, I wonder whether there'll even be a planet.
Let's look at her file real quick. Oh, I forgot all about his journal. We gotta read that too. Medi's got real reasons for not being fond of mortals, but it might be narrow in her worldview. Real bad history. Was sold to a rival warlord and killed by a wizard. I guess wizards are real now. Abandoned by her clan after she killed her new husband and became a vampire. Was pilloried as a witch in the 1700s and had her eye removed. She thinks it's pretty funny. Sounds disgusted by her followers. I'll try to encourage Medi to do more things she likes for their own sake and get outside more. Okay, let's see where we left off. Okay, I think this is where we left off. May 13th, 2024. I had a great weekend. I really needed to get out in nature again. I saw a whole bunch of funny birds I never saw back home and just enjoyed sitting out under the stars. When I did run into mortals, they didn't speak a lot of English, but they could definitely do the accent. I guess they think all Americans sound like me. I couldn't get too close to him though, so I had to live on local wildlife blood. I drank from a boar. Not bad, but could have done without the bristles. I'm back in Leipzig now, just learned 3 more cognitive distortion. I think I'm getting the hang of this thing. Oh, is that all? Sorry, I'm gonna check one more time. Yeah, okay, that's it.
I guess it's time to drown my existential woes in blood. Howdy there, Crimson.
You're sounding a little weary there, cowboy. You getting enough to drink these nights?
Oh, yeah, that ain't it. Just existential ponderings.
That's just my specialty. What's eating you, buckaroo?
It's this old client I got. She's been watching humanity hurting itself for 1,800 years. Every time she expected better, she got hurt. She ain't wrong to mistrust mortals.
That's a tough one. What do you do with someone like that?
Well, I tried to guide her to look inward like I do with everyone. People are people, but so is she.
How do you think she took it?
She did pretty good.
I think she appreciated the focus on her. I can't answer for all humanity, but maybe she can get answers from herself.
I think you could stand to listen to yourself, Ranchero. You could have been a mean old Dracula, and nobody would expect anything different from you. Reckon there have always been people like you, no matter how bad it's been in history.
Dang, Crimson. I can see why Andy respects you so much. You done some living, sounds like.
Death at the door can put things into perspective. I get where your client is coming from. Changing the world isn't going to happen, but we can at least change ourselves.
Yep.
I don't think that's true. The country I left definitely ain't the country I was born in.
The wheels turn a little slowly for us mortals, cowboy. Back in D.C., I was trying to push policy to do something about our poverty problem, but the kind gentlemen across the street were pretty happy to make things worse. When I got my cancer diagnosis, that was my wake-up call to stop getting disappointed and start living with the little amount of time I had left.
Working at a bar is more rewarding than being a member of the bar, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Not bad, cowboy.
Tea again.
It's got its charms.
It's blood
Here,
tea, I guess.
I whipped up something special for you.
That ain't half bad. Got a refreshing taste.
Rose hips. Just a little something extra. Been experimenting with some herbals for Andy.
Guess old dogs like us can still learn new tricks. Thanks, Crimson. I think I'll hit the hay now.
You hit that hay, Desperado. I'll see you later.
She's so cool.
Got a lot on my mind tonight. I think I need some rest. Now, what should I do to relax?
We're not going to watch a TV again. Okay, go to sleep. Watch a man get his butt burned with a hot iron. Definitely not. We'll read some Emerson.
I always pick up a little extra perspective from Ralphie Waldo.
Ralphie
Emerson,
Waldo.
that is. Let's see if I can find a good passage. Bingo. In the woods is perpetual youth. Within these plantations of God, a decorum and sanctity reign. A perennial festival is dressed, and the guest sees not how he should tire of them in 1,000 years. In the woods, we return to reason and faith. There I feel that nothing can befall me. No disgrace, no calamity, leaving me my eyes, which nature cannot repair.
You can see why he likes Emerson. He loves being in the woods and nature.
In the wilderness, I find something more dear and connate than in streets or villages. In the tranquil landscape, and especially in the distant line of the horizon, man beholds somewhat as beautiful as his own nature.
That's lovely.
Ain't that the truth? Future's always ahead, no matter how old we get.
True.
That's enough for one night. Time to visit Dreamland. Maybe I'll see my princess there.
Oh, I hope so. Okay, I think it's going to wrap up here. I think. Yeah. So, I'll see you next time.